During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
Lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome aboard. Should we have a moment of silence for everybody today?
Yeah, I guess.
A little moment of silence for Luke Perry, little Ethan Ralph, little Sinatra Says, some Zorbs, A.G. Luck, Mr. Mediker. So welcome aboard, guys. Not live on Stream.me today, nor ever again, I guess, apparently. Everyone say hi, Ice Poseidon. So yeah, Stream.me, no longer a platform that you can stream on. Shut down. It's gone. And it's gone, by the way. It's people, everybody, I've reported multiple people, they've already been paid out. Everybody's been paid out in full.
The app is no longer on the App Store.
That was one of the first big red flags today. The site being down, the app being gone. But yeah, now people are getting all their payments from PayPal. Stream.me is gone. Stream.me reportedly becoming scuffed.com. So today, a bunch of you streamers are unable to do what you do every day to feed yourselves, which is create content. You're unable to do that because of, from what I hear, another content creator, a guy who has, now that we think about it, and I guess we're gonna get into this today, right? Because this is a big deal. Ice Poseidon. Now, yeah, I never really was focused on him, but man, for a guy who has done a lot of bad shit on stream, suspiciously, he's never really had to take any time off, never had to really suffer, never had to really struggle. Hundreds of content creators today now out of work, but just can't go to work because they didn't want to handle this responsibly.
So Yeah, and on top of that, this is obviously I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated obviously because we were dealing with the whole Feld thing. We have an update for that later, but we're on a backup channel, and we were actually pulling in some decent numbers on Stream.me. We were doing all right. And of course, it's already disheartening going from having like 800 views and people watching and making money to making no money now, and being on a backup channel that, by the way, to add everything, because everything's connected, believe it or not. Now, the monetization process has gone from taking about a week. They say it could take up to a month, but from about a week. Now, because of the fucking redheaded ginger who decided to go after Facebook, Matt Walsh, that's his name? Is that his name?
Matt Watson.
Matt
Walsh is the weird, creepy Christian guy.
Oh, you're right.
That's
you're
always
right,
like, man, we need to hit kids in the faces with Bibles when they're 8 in school, and you're like, what? I don't think that helps.
So now, because of that, the monetization process is taking forever. So now even the backup channel to get that monetized is going to be a whole fucking other thing. Still waiting for Daywave too. So, but on top of that, the other site that we were like, man, if worst comes to worst and YouTube takes us down, we go to Stream. No, you can't go to Stream.me. Now that's gone. Now that's dead.
Why do you think, by the way, neither one of us ever took that seriously as a viable alternative? Yeah, we made an account, obviously.
Of course.
Just like I learned back in 2007 when a little website called Twitter started, and my manager goes, just get Mersh on that. And I'm like, nobody's ever going to use Twitter. So we've learned from our prior mistakes in life. You always go grab whatever your registered name is on a site. But we never expected Stream.me to be a viable platform for everybody to, dude, the first few times we went over there, you could just see the problems already. You know what I mean? You would go on Stream.me, and they were trying to fix these over time. Remember when one of our listeners even said, I don't remember if it was Chronic Ops or Jerry, it was one of our more code knowledgeable friends, and they were like, what they need to do is pull all that Nazi shit off the front page, which makes sense. You don't want that on the splash page of any website. Make it where you have to search and find these people, and then it could be a viable alternative. They started doing that. But even after all the work they did, if you went into like Ralph Retort or you went into any of these shows' chat room at any given time, you could go into the chat room of just somebody playing Fallout, hanging out. It could be a 12-year-old kid playing Fallout. The entire chat room was just fucking kill N-words. Gas the Jews. Fucking kill N-words. And you're like, it's just some kid playing Fallout. What are you doing? You said that people were putting links to child porn.
Yeah.
In the fucking
and the Stream.me chat, we had to moderate that out. It's
so it was like right away. I was like, this is gonna need some work, and I knew that eventually. I thought it was gonna be like a slow news week, and they want to make white Trump supporters look bad, so they were just gonna wait for a slow news week and then go, is Stream.me a new platform for neo-Nazis? And they do it the same gimmick, but this time it didn't even. It appears that capitalism and marketing killed Stream.me. Like, from what I don't know if this is true, but this is from what I'm hearing on Twitter. 2 to 3 weeks ago, there was a very, very quiet invitational sent out to a handful of people that were going to be a part of this new platform that Ice Poseidon was creating, scuffed.com. From what I'm hearing now is that people didn't really make the connection, which you're stupid and you should have made this connection. But 3 weeks ago, they would sign up for scuff.com like you would any other website, and you'd get an email back verifying your email up. The back end was all coming from stream.me. So you would sign up for scuff.com, and people were getting a thank you for signing up for stream.me. Verify your email here. So something right there is weird. And also, is stream.me just shutting down? Because if they're just shutting down and it getting into a new thing, then all of your information that you have on file on all of Ice Poseidon's competitors should also be destroyed or shredded or whatever you do in the digital age. But are you guys going to be bringing that information over to, like, did Ice Poseidon just pay for everybody's docs? This whole thing is fucked.
Apparently, from what I saw, too, is on 8chan, a lot of people were doing the little crab gif of saying stream.me is down, and I think they're taking credit for doxing. Now, according from what I'm reading, this is all preliminary stuff. It could change fucking literally minute by minute. They in Cal, they doxed the owner and the owner's wife, and some pictures were posted. Like
it was disgusting. There was some disgusting shit that I would never.
Yeah, pretty fucked up stuff. Mm-hmm. So yeah, now Stream.me looks like it's down. Again, even if they were shutting down, wouldn't you think the correct thing to do would be like here's a perfect example. Remember the site Stickam?
Yeah, remember the OG, man. We were all we met on this Stickam days.
All day,
we were both
all
on
days,
there.
yeah. So you used to be able to do shows on there. It was pretty, back in the day, it was the only thing you could really do it on that, or like Mogulus. So Stickam, when they were going out of business, they gave everybody a month to let everybody know that did shows on there. Hey, look, we can't afford this anymore. In a month, we're shutting down. Isn't that the correct thing to do, to let people know? To let people know that you're shutting your site down? Now, it makes me think that the reason they didn't do that is they wanted to get the last little bit of dough out, last little bit of cash out. Last little bit of cash out.
They wanted to squeeze some cash out, but no, they also didn't want to start a panic. Mm-hmm. If they had announced that they were doing this, it would have just been, the last week would have been sullied with questions and rumors, and they would have been having some Feld Entertainment type pressure being felt. So, I don't know. There's a lot of concerns here, ethical ones. And again, like you said, I mean, these people, we're talking, there are guys that are smaller than us that still make their living doing this. Now, you can imagine if you're doing this, if you got 2,000 subs, 2,500 subs, and you do good enough content every day and you're a solo act, you could probably make a living at this, realistically, right? If you're a young guy, you could probably make a couple hundred a week. So there's a lot of guys in that category right now that are just fucked. They're not incorporated. They don't have lawyers. They're just like, how do I just go work at a pizzeria now? It's...
The question is I wonder, because there are rumors, obviously, but the people knew. Like, if people knew, if it turns out, if it turns out that the people who are always like fighting for the user, man, people that are always looking out for the little guy, knew about this and didn't say anything, that would be the most disappointing thing out of all of it. You know what I mean? Maybe people didn't know, but I don't know, man. I know that this really, really hurts the community, and by the way, this hurts people with even YouTube shows. It does. Let me explain why. It's just like in the day of WWF and WCW. When you have competition, you have to be you don't think that was a correlation between Stream.me showing up and people making big shows and all of a sudden us saying, man, they've been a lot more lax with the hate speech stuff.
It really is. You notice that?
There was a correlation. If you look at the dates, when Killstream went over there exclusively and when Medica started doing shows over there, all of the sudden they were being really much more lax on YouTube. So if you think this doesn't affect the YouTube community, what do I give a shit? Stream like these bunch of Nazis. It does affect the YouTube community. It affects it now because without where are you going to go? To Twitch? Twitch is even more strict.
Watch how many people catch a ban now for saying the word fag in a game stream. You know what I mean? Not even saying it, picking it up on the mic.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's it. Yeah, that's a great point. Now you don't have any other fucking place to go. So now they'll start just hitting people again.
So this affects everything. By the way, I personally, the one thing I liked about Stream.me, and I said, is the video quality I think was better. They didn't compress your video feed as much as YouTube did. But to be honest with you, you go to Twitch and get that same quality video there. And obviously Stream.me was really, really lackadaisical with banning people and getting rid of people, which is nice. But Mike was saying this too. Mike, even before this happened, it's like, you don't think there's going to be reporters poking around? You don't think people are going to do that? You don't think that we live in a generation now, or we live in a journalistic generation now where somebody will go make people type horrendous shit in that chat and then write a report on it and go, look at what I found at stream.me.
Yeah, I said the same thing when they did we're going to start demonetizing you for user comments. And you're like, so wait a minute. So we could just go down to every video we don't like and start trolling them with bad comments and just make them lose money?
And make them lose money, absolutely.
Because believe you me, we're going to start hitting them young Turks where it hurts.
So stream.me is dead. But again, leaving another age. But by the way, every time you hear somebody say, make your own, just make your own, leaving us again without any viable competition for streaming. Because when you get Amazon, you go to Twitch, that's way more strict than even YouTube is. Twitch, you can't even think about saying a word without them popping you immediately.
Yeah.
What am I going to go on? Mixer?
Mixer's a good one. Smashcast. You want to do a show on Smashcast?
Yeah, let's do a show there.
How about Roku? Oh, never mind.
Not Roku. That won't work. Let's remake a streaming service using Real Player, Ghost House says.
Oh, and also, one more person comes to me with a proposal for us to stream and host all of our own video. I will fucking kill you. Like, literally, like, if I had a physical office that people could come into with their pitches, okay, and people kept coming to me and going, why don't you host your own site and your own video? These are people I'd physically murder in my office in front of other executives so that they get the point to never bring that up.
You'd have a Mr. Burns button under your desk?
I had to tell James Tiley, James Tiley does that Cyber FM thing. We've known him for a long time. But he was today, I've been telling you got to host your own video. I was like, hey, fucking retard who never listens to me. Stupid. We get paid for the advertising that comes onto this platform. We get paid in YouTube revenue. We get paid via super chats on these platforms.
We used to anyway.
We make money by existing on these platforms. Your faggy business model involves us losing money every time we stream a show. I don't like your business model. You're stupid. You're stupid, and most of you run stupid websites that are failed websites, and they're failed for a reason. Because you're good at programming, but you're stupid. You're not good at this.
Okay.
You know what we're doing. I don't want to host video. I don't want to host our video. I don't want to host anybody else's video. I don't want the legalities that come with being a publisher of other content. I don't want the fucking headaches.
And I don't want to rent a server farm.
I don't want to rent a server farm, but that's the biggest issue. But I'm getting into the other ones.
Right.
I don't want every goddamn fucking podunk fucking streamer with 200 subs calling me every time in the middle of the night when their fucking show isn't streaming right. I don't want that. We just want to click a button and go, welcome, folks. Welcome to the show. Let's have some fun. God damn, dude. These people don't get it. Everybody, why do you host your own video? And it's always somebody who knows nothing of any of this.
By the way, you want just a perfect example of this? You understand the CRTV or the Blaze or whatever it's called now? They're their own huge company. And you understand they still do their videos on YouTube?
Yes.
You get that, right? Like, this isn't, you can't, number one, you can't afford to do it. You know how much, because when you host videos on a server, depending on the traffic, that's how much money you pay. So the bigger the show gets, the more money you're paying without any revenue or any super chats or anything like that.
Well, and you guys also think that you just stick a fucking video up on a website and host it, and that's it. You understand we get charged for everyone streaming it, right? That's you know what I mean? You get every person. So if hundreds of people are watching live, how much money that like yes. That's why YouTube doesn't make money. That's why it loses money. And that's why we all use this platform and let it lose money.
So, I mean, I'm sure more info will come out, and I'm sure more info comes out, we'll cover it, right? I mean, that's all we have. Do you have anything else you want to talk about stream.me?
I mean, I just don't.
No, I'm fine with it. I'm just this is one of I hate when this happens, and I'm sure you do too. When something like this happens, like right before the show, and not enough information has come out, so we can only talk about.
By the way, I'm now getting tagged nonstop by CX Network fags. by the FBI and all these people because
Why?
I threatened Paul Danino's life.
What? How did you threaten his life?
Can I say the tweet that I wrote?
Sure.
Okay, so I posted a picture of Scuff.com's back-end developer stuff, which shows that it's stream.me. I wrote, hey, at Real Ice Poseidon. I don't know if the rumors are true or not. I can't confirm yet if stream.me is converting to Scuffed. But read my words and absorb them. Remember them. If you're behind this new streamer apocalypse, you will pay for this, Paul. That's all I wrote.
How is that threatening his life?
Literally, Knives Spurge going, you're threatening a man's life? I'm like, what?
What?
No. Paul Danino is a Jew. He is. He's 25% Jew. He's a Jew business owner from Los Angeles. You know how you hurt people like that? By going after their livelihood and costing them money. That's what I mean. I'm going to cost him money, which is what I'm good at. I'm good at being a fucking headache and a pain in the ass, making people hate you and not watching your shit and giving you money. I'm good at that. So I will cost him money. You understand that a guy like Paul Danino or a guy like some other people we've had beef with in the past, Feld Entertainment people, the Gabe Hoffmans of the world, you could stick their head in a fucking vice and beat them with fucking clubs for 3 days straight and they won't break. But if you cost them if you make them break their wallet out at dinner, it's like you murdered their family in front of them. So I don't know. Nobody's threatening anybody. Just threatening their livelihood.
Doc LK says, Paul's about to be the owner of your new platform. He's going to ban your ass.
We'll see. We'll see. Because let me tell you something. If you wanted to fucking use stream.me as sort of the beta run for your scuff.com project, you guys should have worked out all of the known vulnerabilities in the site before you launched. See, because now you're going to launch and you just fucked over all of the people that have spent all of their time learning the ins and outs of stream.me's code, their infrastructure. So all the people you fucked over are all the people that know the most about your new business. And you don't think these people know vulnerabilities and back-end hacks and ways to fuck with your website now? These, like, you know what I mean? That's the weirdest thing. You just fired everybody, and now you expect them to not...
But wait a second. So how do we know for sure that you think he knew Stream.me was going down? Do you think he personally knew? Or do you think the owner of Stream.me just decided to cut it today? Because...
That's a good question.
Because look, I'm not saying that he didn't know that maybe they were going to transition, but to be fair, I want to be fair. He didn't, from what we know at this moment. That's why I don't want to jump the gun on anything because we don't know.
All right, well, you know what? Then instead of fucking partying in your little fucking drug McMansion and getting your dick sucked by fucking butlers and luchador masks, why don't you make a video today and fucking come clean? Until he does that, I don't give a shit. Because he's still partying and, streamer house, bro, fucking dude. We need to know what the fuck's going on, guy who just cost everybody a shitload of money. Because whether or not he made the decision or not, he knows now.
Right, yeah, he does know now.
You should be live right the fuck now, explaining yourself. But he's not. So, as the fucking clock ticks, I become less and less concerned about what's going on in Paul Danino's head.
Well, to be fair, we hope he's awake.
Probably not awake.
Yeah, he's probably not awake yet, knowing.
It's 1 PM. Somebody, look, by the way, no, there's some things you have people wake you for. I'm sorry. Okay? Like Royce doesn't wake me in the early daytime. I don't wake him at night. However, there would be a short list of exceptions
of course.
where you'd go 4 AM. Hey, Royce, I know this sucks, but the entire internet is being nuked right now. We might want to wake up and do some stuff. So, yeah, he knows.
Wow, a Streamlabs donation from Andrew for $100.
Jesus, thank you.
Piss on stream.me.
Yeah, look, this is, again, why do you think when everybody said, you guys should just go to stream.me, put all your eggs into stream.me basket, boys? We were like, no, that sounds like a terrible proposition. So we didn't. We made the account. We're like, yeah, we'll use it when we need it in a jam. Literally, there were some of you guys that went, dude, put all your eggs in that bag. Be the biggest show on stream.me. Remember that? And we were like, that sounds like a terrible idea. Well, now you know why. Now you know why that was a terrible idea.
It's and again, to even a bigger question, this goes to show you there's never going to be a competing platform. There's never going to be one. There is never going to be one. Not a mainstream one anyway. How do you make one? Because this same thing's going to happen. You were saying it. We were saying it. The moment the stream.me came up, all the comments, everything was the Jews and blacks and N-bombs. I'm like, all right, I got it. And it wasn't even like people watching a show and saying that. It was just Spurgs going in there posting links to Holocaust denying stuff and just leaving,
Yeah, if you go to scuffed.com right now, it's just footage of Ice Poseidon, and it's saying coming soon. And scuffed.com is the website that was tied into stream.me as recently as a couple weeks ago when people started signing up and getting these back-end emails and going, wait a second, why do these two have the... And then now people are finding out they have the same business registrants. There's a lot of... I don't know what's going on, man, but this is not good. And why the fuck was Keemstar scouting talent a week ago? What was that about?
I don't think he was scouting. I think he was just going to do. He was doing videos about smaller YouTube channels, but I don't think it was related to this. That's why I don't want. But I get it, but I don't want to jump because then I don't want to start jumping to these accusations immediately. You know what I mean? I like to at least fucking sometime we figure out what's going on.
Well, I'm not the one who brought that up. Somebody else brought up to me, unrelated, saying that they heard Ice Poseidon for sure was involved, and that possibly Keemstar was involved in possibly looking with Ice Poseidon at an alternative. I don't know if that's true or not, but then that got me to thinking, why was he, just happened to be looking at talent all of a sudden? That just seemed like weird timing. That's all.
It is, but again, I don't want to I want to kind of talk about what we know for sure, and not just start going down a rabbit. I don't want to Alex Jones it and start going down a rabbit hole. I don't want to get into, and then it's true. It's mind control, and I don't.
People love rabbit hole. I'm not saying it's mind control. I'm just saying there's a lot of people that, I'd sooner not trust these guys than fucking trust any of them. You know what I mean? I'm not saying
to trust them. I think there's a ground somewhere in the middle where you go, but also let's not accuse them of anything until we know. You know what I mean? I don't want to be the guy. I wouldn't want somebody to accuse us of something unless we had a chance to fucking at least talk about it first. You know what I mean?
That's fair, man. This just whole fucking thing, man.
People are such scumbags. I don't want to go fucking head in on somebody without. I will go in on somebody. We're about to do on Feld Entertainment stuff, but I want to have like facts. I don't want to go with.
Oh, shout out! Hey, no jumpers in the chat room, guys. Hide your wives. Hide your daughters. Hide your girls.
Who?
He's the guy with the face tattoos. It's always
allegedly,
doing bad things to women.
Okay, I don't know. I don't really. I don't. You get deeper.
It's not that deep. It was a fucking Daily Mail article. It's not like it's deep.
No, I'm
it's
saying
mainstream news.
I'm saying you get deeper than I do with the. What I meant to say is with the YouTube streamers, and then I. You know what I'm saying?
He's like a 40-something-year-old guy, listens to rap and has face tattoos, and he's always under fucking rape allegations. Mm-hmm. Shout out. Hey, good. Hit the big time, guys.
I don't understand what's. I don't understand why. Look, I'll be honest. It does suck that the stream.me dude got doxxed and his wife got doxxed and picked. That sucks. You know what I mean?
It's horrible.
But so I could also imagine if that happened to me, just panicking and taking your entire site down. You know what I mean? Not that it will be the right thing to do. And that's not that it's going to stop them, but it's weird, right? That it went that way. Yeah.
This whole thing stinks, and I'll be honest with you. I don't trust anybody with over 50,000 subs right now. Trust any of you. This is Reservoir Dogs. We're in a warehouse right now, and I just want to shoot everybody just to be safe and take the bag of diamonds and leave. You know what I mean? You and me are like Mr. White and Mr. Pink, basically, in a bathroom right now, just trying to figure everything out. Look, when Joe gets back, okay, everything will be fine, all right? Now get these cars out of here. Looks like fucking Sam's hot car lot out there. Right, rest in peace, Chris Penn.
No, I understand. I'm just saying I'll sit here and I'll speculate. I just don't want to go in on people without information because I wouldn't want people to go in on us. You know what I mean? Without information.
Stop pointing that gun at my daddy. So, I don't know. He's a good kid. He got shot in the gut. He doesn't have his Stream.me account anymore. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. But, you know, hey, look, we're still here with you. We still love you all.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a show now where I just paint like Bob Ross.
Right.
But just terribly. Can I get fucking pinched for that?
I don't think so, as long as your paintings are your own paintings.
What if I only paint stuff from the World War II era? I'm starting to get too specific.
That's very specific.
All right, I'm sorry.
I mean, unless you're painting Russia during that time, I guess
Pacific Front. Pacific Front. Nobody cares about. Nobody cares that we still remember. We only talk about the Holocaust. Nobody cares that we nuked Japan twice. You can talk about that all you want.
Right. So, anything else with the Stream.me thing?
I don't know. Who cares? Fucking cares anymore. I give up. Let's go back to the fucking titty bars. Go procure women for fucking no jumper. Beat it, stupid. Beat it. Nobody wants you here. Nobody wants you in your check mark here.
I don't know who it is. I don't know.
You just go. You'll Google him later, and you'll go, "Oh, you were totally right."
Right.
Glad you did what you did.
Do you want to move on?
Sure. I guess.
No, I mean, is there anybody else you want to go in on? Or?
No. I think we've run the gamut today. For the record too, I didn't go in on Keem. I'm just saying I'd like that time. I'm pointing out all of the things I'd like explained in the next 48 hours by these people. They all have large platforms. They are all dying to look for new content to make all the time. Clickbaity stuff. Get on it. Explain yourselves. A lot of you owe explanations. That's all.
All right. Do you want to move on?
Yeah.
All right. So, moving on to the other thing that we're fucking dealing with, the Feld Entertainment hitting people with copyright strikes. As we spoke about last week, Joel Kaplan, who was the right-hand man, basically the security detail guy for Kenneth Feld, Joel Kaplan. In 2001, there was a Salon article where Joel Kaplan explained about stuff under oath that he saw happening at Ringling Brothers, which Feld Entertainment owned. Such things as hiring pedophiles, children going back to alleged pedophiles' trailers. He said that the elephants have tuberculosis, which was transferable to humans. Just a whole bunch of fucking terrible shit.
Yeah, he was the guy. I remember that. He did he testified, and then he just went away.
Right.
He just went away. It was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was never there.
So, Joel Kaplan, this is his website.
That is a nice website.
It's a nice website.
Can we take a moment?
Of course.
To just appreciate the amount of work that went into this amazing website? Remember when AOL would give you a web page? Remember that for a little while?
Yeah.
You got like a home page on AOL. That's what this looks like.
So Joel Kaplan, he decided to testify, like I said, in the 90s in open court and all the allegations that he made. This weekend, I was able to contact Mr. Kaplan. I got his phone number. It's on his website.
That was so crazy.
Joel Kaplan, real estate broker, private investigator, and more. That's what it says on his website. So I called Mr. Kaplan, the one, again, who testified in open court under penalty of perjury that, like I said, I want to really drive this home, that Ringling Brothers had hired pedophiles and pedophiles were having people go back to their trailers, elephant tuberculosis, breaking all kinds of drugs and all this shit. I got in contact with him. I called him. Now, for those who don't know, I think it was $250,000 is how much Kenneth Feld gave this Joel Kaplan after he testified in court to settle whatever dispute he had. So I called Mr. Kaplan. I called Mr. Kaplan Saturday. I called him and I said, "Hey, this is Royce Lopez. I'm from ROTC Media, and
Did you roll the R?
No, this sounds like someone who wouldn't have liked that.
Okay.
I said, "Hi, this is Royce Lopez from ROTC Media. I just want to see if I could talk to you, get some information. We're thinking about putting together a story on Kenneth Feld and something you have said in open court back in 96, 97. He said, "Oh, what? Hold on. Let me stop you right there." I'm like, "Okay, well, what?" He goes, "Mr. Feld was very good to me," is what he told me. And people are like, "Why don't you record it?" Because it's Arizona. It's a two-party state. I couldn't have recorded without his consent. Mr. Feld was very good to me. I go, "Okay, I understand Mr. Feld was very good to you. But do you deny what you said in open court?" And I read back the quotes to him. And he goes, "You're going to have to pay me a check with a lot of zeros before I say anything about that." I then said, "Excuse me? What do you mean?" He goes, Mr. Feld was very good to me. And I go, "Okay, so did you lie?" Then I asked, "Okay, so just did you lie under oath?" I asked him directly, "Did you lie under oath or did you get paid off?" He goes, "If you want me to talk," this is an exact quote, "if you want me to talk, I'm going to need a check with a lot of extra zeros."
Jesus Christ, man.
And then I said, "Okay, when we and I told him at the beginning we were on the record. I go, "So when we inevitably write an article about this, I will make sure that is your quote." Then he says, "I was being facetious." I go, "I'll add that to the quote."
So he was just kidding around.
He was joking around.
We want to just reiterate, guys.
Yeah.
In our very serious and in-depth investigation into the unscrupulous practices of Feld Entertainment, Royce here went the extra mile, contacted their old private investigator. And he joked about how we'd have to outbid the owner of Feld Entertainment in order to extract the truth from him about their unscrupulous practices. But he was just joking. I want to make sure we don't get sued. He was kidding about that. He was just kidding.
Right, he was joking.
When he said that we'd have to write him a check in order to uncover evil in the world. I just want to make sure.
Evil.
Just joking.
Now, here's the other thing, Feld Entertainment. A lot of these people, these children that were allegedly hurt under your care, they're adults now. You know? They're out there. And who knows? Maybe they finally have an opportunity to say what happened under Mr. Kenneth Feld. So the rabbit hole goes even a little bit deeper. By the way, this if you want to see Joel, it's joelkaplan.com. That's the website. But not doxing anyway. This is a website for his private investigation company. So I mean, this is if you want to reach Mr. Joel to you at AOL.com, you can. You can do that. Kenneth Feld has a sister. Sister's name.
Hey, I know that guy.
Yeah, it is. That's Kevin Spacey.
You're gonna run away and join the circus, are you? Well, I'm gonna fuck your mouth rotten.
Yeah.
So he's turning into Frank Underwood.
Karen Feld here. She had a little court battle a couple of years ago with her brother, Kenneth Feld. Something happened at their aunt's funeral, and Kenneth Feld ejected her from her aunt's funeral. His sister.
Wait, I thought she ejected him.
Other way around.
Okay,
Other way
so
around.
he ejected
Other
her.
way.
Okay.
I trust me. I went down this rabbit. Other way around. Something happened because of that. She was trying to sue him or this whole ordeal. By the way, it should be pointed out, not that it makes a difference with their shitty thing that they're doing, but both Karen and Kenneth have donated heavily to the Clinton campaign and heavily to Democrats. They have, okay? We even went this weekend, with the help from a lot of people, went through the Epstein flight records and we couldn't make any connections. But now the problem with the Epstein flight records is a lot of them are just initials. You know, a lot of them are, you know, instead of Bill Clinton, it would be BC, you know? So I didn't see any KFs in there.
I mean, he kept extensive records, but you can't convict Jeffrey Epstein because a lot of his, because he kept like Kavanaugh, he kept like a calendar with all of his events. And at least once a day, he wrote, totally not fucking a little kid. And when you have that every day accounted for, there's no way we're ever going to catch Epstein.
Yeah. So,
Can you imagine if that was your code?
Yeah.
For your like secret appointments to go fuck kids? Totally not fucking kid. Like, why don't you just write getting a haircut?
So she is a writer. Now she's connected with some guy named. I want to make sure I read this correctly. So, there's a weird connection between her and a representative in California who was killed in the Jonestown massacre. Yeah, for real. Like this company, look, man, the more I read into this Feld Entertainment, she has a connection with that guy. I think she interviewed him or she donated to him or something, enough that it was newsworthy.
Could Florida just not let Hollywood be Hollywood? Or are we trying to out Hollywood now? Florida style?
So this is by the way, this is Karen Feld. Like I said, she writes a blog.
Not to be confused by Karen from Philly.
Right, it's a different person.
I never knew those rich carnies. I never went to Florida.
So, she does a blog about Hollywood, gossip blog with her dog, whatever. She's loaded too, by the way.
Yeah, of course she does. Look at that dog.
Yeah.
That's a rich bitch dog.
Yeah. So, as an update, as of right now, Feld Entertainment has not released the copyright strike. However, this is an update. They have been getting your emails, guys, because I've been getting a lot of reports back from people saying their emails have been blocked. Like if you just send an email, sometimes you get an auto reply, but your email's been blocked. So your email has been blocked. I just want to remind everybody, this is just a free plug because I'm trying to work it out. Yahoo.com, you can still make emails there. Super easy.
Great. And it supports them, too.
It supports
want to
Yahoo.
support competition. So.
Yeah. Yahoo.com makes emails. And
Proton Mail is a great
Proton
way.
is great.
Proton's great because they really protect your privacy.
Hushmail is another good one.
Hushmail.
You can use Hushmail. It's another great one. So they have been just blocking emails, people sending them emails. Feld Entertainment, at Feld ENT has not blocked us yet. However, Monster Jam has blocked anybody mentioning it.
Monster Jam.
Monster Supercross has also been blocking people.
What is Monster Supercross now? Is that giant motocross motorcycles? Because that sounds...
No, like Monster Energy Drink?
Oh, okay.
Sponsors?
Big, giant
motocross they're normal-sized bikes.
With regular-sized dudes on them.
No, that'd be cool, though.
That would be pretty cool.
We just got it within the copyright strike for talking about it. Whoops. So that's where we are. I think we're within the next couple days we're going to be filing our counter notification.
Yeah, we got to be careful with this one.
We want to make sure that everything is 100% in line and the correct things.
Because these fuckers are going to fight every... step of the way. So.
Of course they are. So we are doing that now with Feld Entertainment. $5 Streamlabs from Wyatt Earp. Nice glasses, Fed. Fuck the Jew who took down Stream.me.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
It is nice to be able to see again. It's been a while. Like I can read all that now. I used to kind of just watch the videos and kind of play along. But now
you can. Now you don't have to pretend like you could read, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, because once I bought these glasses, I actually learned how to read, which was cool.
At the same time?
Well, in the last...
Did they make you white?
No, I've had them since Saturday. I taught myself to read yesterday.
That was fast. That's very fast. You might be a genius if you could learn that fast.
Baby genius, even.
Baby geniuses, too. Electric Boogaloo. All right.
We just got sued. Feld Entertainment owns the right to Baby Geniuses,
too.
too.
Not allowed to talk about Baby Geniuses. So, Feld Entertainment, if anyone would like to contact them about the copyright strike, of course, I will be doing this every show every show I do. just to remind them how they get in contact with people for false copyright strikes, which are not a joke. By the way, another side note, I saw Wild Smile got blocked by Open Secret because you saw that? Because he was saying, hey, why do you call everybody an anti-Semite?
Yeah, that's his new gimmick. By the way, it's funny because I got like an email a month ago. Sorry, Gabe, we're going to talk about you. I got an email like a month ago from one of our friends that said, like, yeah, and we were in the middle, like the Owen stuff. And, like, it was at a time when you and I were like in the trenches, just reloading and shooting nonstop. And they were like, I think Gabe is like fucking spiraling again. And I was like, what do you mean? And they were like he's just been crazy lashing out at people. I don't know what his deal is, but he's like his circle's tightening and he's just kind of losing it.
I don't know what his deal is.
Look, I don't know.
He might have allergies. I have allergies this time of year.
It's that time of year.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
What did you think?
So anyway, I heard he might be spiraling, and then I kind of was like, dude, we the last thing we have time for is Gabe right now.
No,
so
of
we
course.
kind of moved on, and then now I woke up to this Wild Smile thing where he blocked Wild Smile and yelled at him and called him an anti-Semite. I don't know why. What happened here?
Yeah, according to Wild Smile, I guess the secret is not so open. Must be because I called them out for attempting to assassinate the character of YouTubers and anti-Semitism.
Who was he talking about, though? Was he talking? I don't know if Wild Smile, because I'm the only YouTuber that I know of that Gabe's ever had a full-blown, like, anti-Semitism meltdown about. So I don't know if Wild Smile said anything to him about me.
Actually, I think I do. I think I know exactly what he said. Let me go to my ads real quick. God, sorry. There's a lot of stuff just shot at fucking Feld Entertainment. So, but I believe Wild Smile said that he was calling you, Mike Mersh, an anti-Semite. He specifically mentioned you by name.
Again, though? Like, is he still on this?
I don't know if he's doing it again. There's no way to know because he blocks you.
Is this like his new campaign again with me? Oh, my God.
Okay, yeah. According to here it is. Here, I found the tweet. According to Wild Smile, I saw them repeatedly call Mersh an anti-Semite over and over, so I called them out over it. This is their response. Funny, if they did care about exploited children at all, they wouldn't block people. Why would you prevent your message from reaching more people?
Wild Smile's another one he's a real fucking button pusher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's a real dick. And
Of
you're
course.
like, that's a good point. Yeah, but I woke up to that, so he's like, yeah, check this shit out. And fucking, great, Scuff Development is now writing to me on Twitter. So he's now explaining, Scuffed Development is now yelling at all of us on Twitter.
For what?
Trying to make excuses for Ice Poseidon. Stream.me is setting up Scuff.com for Ice while getting money through investors. Scuffed is supposed to be a new company. All the Stream.me servers are pointed to Scuff.com. A week ago, Ice said he doesn't know the status of the site. So they're trying to stick this on Stream.me. I don't give a fuck.
So they're saying it's Stream.me that...
Yeah, whatever. But anyway, back to the Wild Smile thing. So yeah, I woke up to that, and I'm like, what is going on? So I'm going to be sharing all of our Gabe files now.
Ooh.
With Wild Smile. And we'll let the rest of the internet start looking into Gabe Hoffman's affairs.
You mean the same Gabe Hoffman that we think had a crush on Laura Loomer? And he was like, hey, don't ever hang out with Jacob Wall, man. It's just this weird...
Still to this day, I don't know if it's that, because I suspect, again, I just suspect that Loomer's not his type. Let's just leave it at that. I think he was more clout chasing.
You think so?
Yeah, I think she's not his type. But, anyway.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
So,
I got it.
Like, for instance.
Got it.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, that shit was all going on. And I was like, dude, did you know how deep the rabbit hole goes with this guy? And he goes, no. And I was like, so I get in a fight with Gabe Hoffman because he wanted to go after James Gunn and team up with a guy who'd actually been arrested for rape before, Mike Cernovich. And I was like, yeah, I don't want anything to do with this. You guys can go down that disaster dead end yourselves. I was like, so then he just starts throwing his anti-Semite thing out just because that's all he's got. But meanwhile, he was okay with it up to that point. And then I gave him the whole story. So then I sent Wild Smile the screenshot of Gabe, an Open Secret from the Open Secret account, admitting that they tried to use attorneys to bully the kid Evan Henze that was in his movie. He admitted it.
Yep.
And he was like, well, we sent a lawyer after him, and to remind him of a contract he signed, but we didn't follow it up any further than that. So then I wrote, yeah, let me translate that for you. We tried to use we thought these lawyers would be enough to scare this kid into silence, but he told us and our lawyers to go fuck themselves. Then after realizing how bad optics it would be to go after the victim of child sex assault, we decided we had no further recourse. That's what really happened, is that your own lawyers probably went, we can't do this.
Yeah.
We're going to look like literal demon people. So... yeah, and then we decided not to go after. Shut up. So now people are going to be digging into your shit now, man. 2019 is going to be a fucking great. We're going to tear some statues down. We're going to rip some shit down. It's time.
What is this they sent us? Somebody sent us a video. Let's see what
Many people at this top of this thing need to be fucking replayed. Oh, this is the. This is from today.
All right. Well, I think it's timestamped. So let's see.
Stream Me is, obviously one of the people involved, but that's irrelevant. Every company fucking sponsors YouTubers.
Yeah, so I can explain this. Stream.me, it's now being alleged, gave Paul Danino money which was used to get the streamer house and run his YouTube show.
Okay, I see.
So, they're just finding this out, and now he's coming out and going, oh, well, yeah, Stream.me's involved, but he hid that fact. So he's had this deal going on with them secretly for a while now, and supposedly they gave him, $3 million for the Scuff.com thing, and I think they're just going to shut down Stream and go on. This is the most unprofessional, shitty stuff. But, yeah, I guess they've been supporting ICE in this endeavor on YouTube instead of fixing the many things that are wrong with their actual platform. They took $3 million supposedly and just gave it to ICE.
I see.
Yeah.
Smells fucking nice. Yeah, I got a nice candle lit.
By the way, his audience hates him now.
Why?
He's losing a lot of support right now. ICE is not as hot as he was a year ago. So this is also a terrible investment on Stream.me's part.
All right, everybody just come in the back here. Come in the background.
Oh, hello there.
Cassandra, come here.
I'd like to see
What?
this clip. I'd like to
Oh, imagine you're living your life like this. I'm sorry, but imagine living your life like this. I couldn't even never have a moment alone. Can you imagine living your life like this?
I couldn't. I like
Not even going to a place to just be alone for a second.
we do a lot of content, but then there's off time, and then
Yeah.
that's it. It's like, no, I'm going to dinner.
Yeah.
I'm going to enjoy my dinner. I'm not going to stream where I am. This place isn't going to get swatted. You know what I mean? I'm just going to, yeah.
By the way, this doesn't have nothing to do. I'm saying me personally, I could not imagine living in a real world scenario.
By the way, Cassandra has aged 5 years in 1 year. That girl looks terrible now.
see this clip that everyone's talking
Do you think that I don't want to stream with you?
No.
Well,
What is it? Who's the guy in the back with the suit on? What is going on
That's
here?
the butler. They had a butler contest at the streamer house using Stream.me's money.
I don't understand any of this.
Can I talk
everyone
about
seems to think that. They seem to think that I don't
That's
want
a
to
nice microphone. Tighten it. It's like wiggling. Oh, God. Sorry. I'll leave.
stream with you.
about that?
Let me
Do you
see.
like my hair though? I got it done for free.
Yeah, it looks good. All right, let's see. Let me find the clip here. Because I don't know. Who's the certain somebody?
I guess
What was the
that's it.
dilemma? Who's that certain somebody?
Okay, so I guess
I guess that was it. Just that brief mention. But yeah, so I'm enraged at this. Like, it's okay to push all this degeneracy, but you can't just do a talk show without having to fucking run around like a goddamn nomad, from going from fucking place to place like a man without a country. But these degenerates can just fucking get all bent out of shape on drugs and trash houses and ruin the world around them, and it's fine.
I just don't understand. I kind of feel like that regardless of whatever happened with Stream.me, and we don't know all the specifics yet, this is a shitty way to end a company. This is you're hurting people that make money. You're hurting people that really put their fucking that people that get banned on YouTube and they go, and by the way, when people got banned on YouTube, when people got banned on YouTube, everybody would go to stream.me, man, just get over there. So people actually gave up their YouTube accounts in some cases to go stream.me.
Yeah, I don't know if he's laughing. I don't know if this is a joke, but Ice is saying, bragging in his own chat that he took down stream.me. I don't know if he's making a joke of it.
Ice just said he took it down in your chat. I'm not reading. In what chat? Took what down? Stream.me?
I mean, who cares? Either he really did and he's a piece of shit, or he finds this funny enough to joke about and he's a piece of shit. So either way, pick one. You know what I mean? Like he's either a piece of shit who's known about this for weeks, which is more likely, and knew that hundreds of streamers were going to be out their income today. With no option and no weekend. You know, this is the weekend they could have planned this. So either you had something to do with that and you're really fucking evil and insidious, or you're joking about it and you're still a piece of shit because you think it's a joke.
I don't understand. I don't understand this. I don't understand what's funny about people not being able to make money. You know what I mean? I don't understand maybe I'm missing the shtick, right?
Yeah, like he's saying, you just mad because I took down alt-right. Alt-right stream.me, scuffed will be liberal, no alt-right allowed. So clearly he's making a joke, but...
Right.
I mean, I clicked it, and it goes to his real channel, so... I mean, it looks like it's his account. I don't really care. He's a scumbag. This is a scumbag move. And if he thinks this is funny, it's just illustrating what a piece of shit he is. It's just underscoring what an utter piece of shit he is.
We got a
People
stream
are saying it's not him. It's probably not.
We got a Streamlabs. So here's the plan: get investors, use their money to bot views to see like I'm not dying, then sell the whole thing when I run out of coke. Hashtag Ponzi rise up.
Well, he is, dude. He literally did a video where he was explaining a Ponzi scheme, and he was like, "It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's like, all right, so." We had some early investors, right? And now we're getting a second wave of investors. So we're going to pay the original investors with the money from the new investors. But it's not a Ponzi scheme. And people in his chat room were going, that's literally the definition of a Ponzi scheme.
Right.
That's exactly what a Ponzi scheme is. You keep hustling new people. When the new people give you money, you pay off the old people and you buy a Bentley. It's a Ponzi scheme.
Well, you want to go to break? We have to go to break at some point.
That wasn't really ice. We did goof.
I know. But that's doesn't matter. We got to go to break. We'll get more information, guys. And I have a whole bunch of other stuff. This isn't going to be all this today. I want the second hour to be... it's not everybody else's fault. The internet's falling apart. So we're still going to try to give you the second half... give you some fun and stuff. So we're going to be back in 5 minutes. If you want to help us out, revengeofthecis.com/XPN. That's ProXPN. That'll get you protected. Help us out directly. Go to revengeofthecis.com/donate. There's a whole bunch of ways to donate. The main way is patreon.com/we're not sorry. Become a patron. Help us out now that we have been banished to our backup channel because of Feld Entertainment. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Stay where you are. Revenge of the Cis.
The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Cis. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk long. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mersch are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
With this performance in Delaware.
To make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now, and that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week, you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity, containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
I am the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I am a thatched roof cottage in Wales. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Airways.
From Time Life Music comes a one-of-a-kind Rat Pack collection, their most bigoted songs. All your favorite once-acceptable hits like Drunk Old Injun.
The drunk old Injun squatting in his teepee, fire water keeping him warm.
Jewish Nose.
She's got a big, beautiful Jewish nose, and it's there 2 minutes early wherever she goes.
Dean Martin singing Chinaman's Chants.
And Mr. Chinaman saying his Chinaman way, a ding-a-ling, a ching-a-chong, a ching-a-chong too.
Pew Stinky Frenchman.
Paris is lovely and Nice sure is nice, and Marseille is charming with champagne on ice. But you stinky Frenchmen haven't a clue. Pew stinky Frenchmen, frog you.
Hey there, Fruity.
Hey there, Fruity, you can do my hair. Hey there, Fruity, don't touch me down there. Hey there, Fruity, again I don't approve.
And many more.
second hour, Revenge of the Sis. Monday show. We're going to get back to having fun at some point, folks.
I don't know. I thought the fact that I told fucking No Jumper to fuck off was pretty hilarious. I think we kind of slept on that moment.
Yeah.
I think that was a highlight of the show. Telling Graham Mason to beat it, stupid.
I don't understand any of this bullshit, man. Shall we move on to something else?
Sure.
New Blues Doll.
Yeah, I did see this. This is funny.
This is great. So Blues Doll kind of took everything that's been going on in the Feld Entertainment thing and made a video. Let's check it out. Oh, look, I just noticed the porcelain thing is on the wall.
Christ.
Feld Entertainment, you pieces of shit. Entertainment will not be allowed to do this anymore. You guys will be emailed to death. You won't be able to post anything on the internet without being reminded. And the moment you start blocking people, even better. Start blocking people, because you know who blocks people? Guilty people. Feld Entertainment, you pieces of shit. You fucking idiots.
I would say a couple weeks now, but I never really got around to it. I've gathered all my info. I've gathered every topic. So if you guys follow a bunch of like the moto YouTubers and stuff,
Copyright strike! Copyright strike! Copyright strike! Bam! 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 Get them! They're talking about motocross! Stop them, Feld! Get your lawyers on this! He's showing a video game with motocross, this little smug son of a bitch. Feld Entertainment has a copyright on the concept of motocross. You understand me? You sons of bitches. You plebs don't get it because you can't afford lawyers. You dumb fucking YouTubers. You pieces of shit. You can't afford an attorney? Well, fuck you. You're eating a strike because you don't have a good understanding of copyright law. You can't even think about motocross without giving me a...
I love how funny she made fucking this Sam Gomez guy look.
Blowjob first. You understand me? Write me a check, you little shit. You see how crazy? Huh, Feld? You see how fucking crazy that sounds? Sam Gomez? You see how fucking nuts I sound right now? That's you. That's what you sound like.
Bravo, Blues Doll.
That is the Feld 7. This sucks, man, because this Stream.me thing is going to really take the piss out of the Feld thing for a while. We're going to have to wait and gather back around, and we're going to have to get everybody refocused on this again.
Oh, don't worry.
You
want to know the differences? The Stream.me thing, there's a lot of other people that are going to be on board with that, and so, they'll pick up some of the slack. We're going to keep going after Feld. They're not done. They're not going to be done. All right. Want to check out what's going on in South Africa?
No. I'd rather not. I'd rather just pretend South Africa doesn't exist.
Okay, let's pretend we're doing a radio show. Hey, Mike, want to check out what's going on in South Africa?
Sure.
All right, so...
Sounds fun.
Okay, so...
Let me guess, dead whites?
Well, yeah, I mean, that. But also, there was this protest rally where a bunch of the... You know what?
You almost said it. You almost said the you-know-whats. You did. You almost said it.
That's right. Some of the not African American, that doesn't work there. Some of the blacks down in South Africa were doing.
You see, the black South African is no, we're not doing it.
So,
they're known for carrying their cell phone jammers and their machetes.
So this white kid was over there, and he was picking up garbage. Because they were leaving garbage on the floor. These for giving the
other South Africans.
I'm doing the best I can, Mike.
I'm helping you.
I know these other South
Africans.
People watching the okay. So,
I think they know. I think they. If we say, let me for the people watching for the podcast that are not watching this. So, there's one South African who is continuing to pick up garbage off the ground.
Yes.
And then there's these, let's say, a group of other South Africans.
Yes, a group.
That keep taking the trash out of the trash can and throwing it back on the ground. I think if we just tell the podcast people that, they've already painted a picture in their mind. I don't know. We don't even need to.
Let's use letters. Okay, why don't we go South African A and South African N? Like I'm using different letters. No, random letters. We're using random letters.
I'm just confident that if you go one South African keeps littering, the other one keeps cleaning it up.
We'll know who's
They
who.
already know what's up. They don't even need to fucking let their brain be the thing that needs to be censored, not our show.
So let's press play on this video here. So as you can see, this kid, this young white gentleman, young white kid, is picking up the garbage. They are getting the garbage that he is putting in there and throwing it back on the ground. He's picking up the garbage, putting it in the garbage can. They're pulling the garbage out and throwing it on the ground.
But here's my thing. Why do you keep just picking it up? Like,
yeah,
you're not going to win here.
No, I'm not. But also, look, I think he knows he's being filmed, and
Also,
this kind of makes a better point.
Why do you live in Africa? Would be my follow-up question.
Where do you move to from there? I mean, I guess that Australia said that Russia's taking South Africans in.
Literally anywhere. That's where.
Anywhere but Africa. You're right.
Literally anywhere. Like you can't just go to my homeland. Dude, it's over. You understand that there were a lot of people who fucking had to choose life over their homeland. Like when we lost the Vietnam War and people were getting pulled out of Saigon, they had to choose. Like, all right, you know what? I could either get on this helicopter and land in Australia and they'll let me start there as a poor person. I could work my way up. Or I can stay here and die. If you want to be proud, be proud. But some of you need to get the fuck out of there because you're not going to win that front in the war. Sorry. They want to murder you.
Lissa T says because it takes about 100,000 to 300,000 to get out of South Africa.
How is that possible?
I don't know. I'm just saying
like
what
when
she said.
Everyone else just sneaks in everywhere for free and then gets
well,
welfare.
no. White people have rules. You didn't know that?
No, I know. Man,
white people have rules they follow.
It's just so fucking. You want to make me alt-right again? Like, you want me to go down that road again and start getting angry all the time? Because that's how you make me think about those things all the time. Like, it's like you shouldn't just. It's just very shitty. Somebody said a plane ticket can't cost that much, probably 500 to 1,000.
I don't think it has to do with that.
I don't mean get out of there legally, even. Get out of there.
Just go somewhere else.
Figure it out.
No other country recognizes their plight. Russia is actually taking them in, by the way.
Some of them.
Some.
But I'm just saying, it seems like these other immigrants don't have any sort of uphill journey in this. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
right.
Even the immigration situation is rigged against whites. Fuck.
All right.
That's heartbreaking, man. But he needs to like that whole thing. I know he knows he's getting filmed, but that entire situation right there should be the video that just summarizes this plight, which is just you're just gonna keep picking up. If you stay in Africa, you're just gonna keep picking up garbage, and they're gonna keep throwing it back on the ground.
Harley Quinn goes, maybe he's not recycled in the correct bin. That is fair. We didn't hold on.
What if it's a language barrier issue? The man, he's not separating his plastics and his metals. What was I supposed to do? I don't know why he's Jamaican.
Everyone's Jamaican. Everyone's Jamaican.
They're all Jamaican.
They're all Jamaican now. All right, let's move on. By the way, Cabby with a Streamlabs donation because Filipino Shea was at the top of the leaderboard. Again, Filipino Shea donated, I believe, $14.44. Cabby donated $15.45. Take that 1545, Bob. Regs can suck it. No media. And then Leo weighs, this is the perfect analogy of white man's burden. Yeah, no, you're right. I will agree. Thank you, Leo, for these Streamlabs. All right. You want to have some fun? Because I fucking stumbled upon some fun. So this is in 1990, right? The Houston Police Department, I believe it's Houston, had a company make a video about satanic cults and rituals. Okay, this is a real video that was circulated in 1990. So get ready. Let's play. This program is courtesy of SynStar. It's called Satanic Cults and Ritual Crimes. Oh, yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. This has to be in a reenactment, right?
Yeah, of course. All of this is a by the way, don't worry. Get ready to see the worst PowerPoint presentation of your life. Here we go.
This is so bad, dude. That guy.
You don't think that guy's really dead?
Clearly, he's alive.
Just wait. Satanic cults and rituals. Here we go.
He looks like he's still holding a cigarette.
Here we go.
During the past decade, an epidemic of ritual crime has swept our nation at an alarming rate. Law-abiding citizens report satanic crimes in every state, and the number of cases investigated by police continues to rise.
Now, Mike, you and I are old enough to remember 1990. Do you remember there being a big problem with satanic crimes in the 90s?
No, there was, though.
What? What's satanic crime?
No, I remember the hysteria of
I
it.
don't... Like what? Like name a couple satanic crimes.
No. I don't remember the act. There were no actual crime. What I'm saying is I do remember.
Oh, the hysteria, of
the
course.
manufactured 90s panic.
Remember that
satanic panic.
Before the internet, they had this thing that Procter & Gamble was bought by a satanic company or something?
There was that stuff,
Yeah.
but then there was just every time something happened, it was like, probably 3 white teenagers that were into Judas Priest. And then you'd always find out, like, years later, like, oh, no, it was just some trucker pedophile.
I wish it was Judas Priest. Wait till you see the bands. They get into the bands that are influencing them.
Well organized.
That guy's really dead. That guy's really dead.
He's so dead.
Everyone press F for the dead gentleman.
Satanic groups are creating a reign of death and destruction, which cannot be ignored.
This is the title, Satanic Cults and Ritual Crimes. That's the music.
The FBI's 1988 Uniform Crime Report indicates more than 18,000 murder investigations during that year, and 26% of those murders were listed as bizarre or ritualistic. In that same year, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children listed more than 9,000 unresolved cases of missing children. The National Clearinghouse on Satanic Crime in America.
What a very specific group.
How many people?
The National Clearinghouse of Satanic Crime in America.
How many people do you think used to work for that special interest group?
I bet you quite a few.
You think?
Oh, yeah. I think that was a real... I think it was... I don't think work for it. I think that there was probably a lot of volunteers.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I would guess maybe, but I would only guess maybe like it's just some guy and his wife Peggy.
You think
and then,
so?
Like 20 people in Oklahoma City that all fucking got checks from this and justified their paychecks.
50% of the cases of missing children and bizarre murders may be linked directly to satanic and other occult organizations.
Oh, no.
It is common for these groups to kidnap their victims.
Oh, no.
Usually infants and young children from hospitals, orphanages, shopping centers, or off the streets. Others live and die without a trace. This is because some children are born to cult members and later killed, so there are no records of their births or deaths.
What? Okay, look, that's not me. Okay?
That's Anton LaVey.
Okay. Many lawbreakers are involved in the occult.
Inmate interviews conducted by Professor Al Carlisle of the Utah State Prison System show that lawbreakers are heavily involved in the occult. There may be as many as...
Dude, Most criminals use white sheets to cover up their. It makes sense.
Yeah, why would you use? I mean, I guess it makes sense if you're gonna wrap a dead body in a sheet. You use one that's already stained by Hawaiian punch.
Yeah, okay,
that's
you're right.
clearly
Good
not
point.
blood.
That's not.
60,000 human sacrifices per year in this country, according to Professor Carlisle. And there is a distinct correlation, he says, with these human sacrifices and the high number of missing persons. This is because some satanic groups dispose of their victim by dismembering the body and cremating the remains.
I would have remembered if this was really happening. I don't remember this happening.
Eliminating.
Wait, did they say 60,000? Sorry.
Per year in this country.
How many?
According
How many?
Of the Utah State prison system show that lawbreakers are heavily involved in the occult. There may be as many as 60,000 human sacrifices per year in this country.
If there was 60,000 human sacrifices, we would have known of it.
That
would have been all over the news.
That would have been, even today in modern times.
Of course.
Would be like it would be like
the apocalypse.
Remember how scared we were of Muslims after 9/11? We would be, every goth person would be getting locked up. 60,000 people. You saw how bad we freaked out.
PJ goes, that's right, 60,000 a year. Get wrecked, MS-13.
According to Professor Carlisle. And there is a distinct correlation, he says, with these human sacrifices and the high number of missing persons.
Faggotry like this is why I had to hide my Marilyn Manson albums when I was in fucking high school.
Remember?
I had to hide them. I had to hide. You know how many times I had? My mom actually found the album Antichrist Superstar.
Oh, no.
And you would have thought she found a dead, raped child in my closet, the way she reacted to that. And then I had to go out and immediately bootleg it again. It's like, fuck. And I had the smarts to bootleg it after that so that it didn't have the album cover and shit. But if you guys remember when Antichrist Superstar came out, that was like a mega album.
Oh, yeah, everybody had it. Everybody had it.
And it was a great album, objectively. But it was like the packaging and everything. It was so incendiary that when you're like a 13-year-old, you have to hide that shit. It was like, it looked like the goddamn satanic Bible.
My mom found my Wu-Tang album.
My mom heard my Wu-Tang album back in the day. The 36 chambers?
36 chambers, yes.
My mom walked in. My mom bought that CD for me one Christmas, and then I had it playing on my PC that she got me also. So I had the PC with it, and it was playing on the speakers. She walked in to do something, and it was when they're talking about smashing each other in the nuts and all that shit, and all that crazy shit. And she's like, "What is this that I bought you?"
Yeah, my parents, my mom found my tape, and she took it from me.
And I said, "Fear not, mother, they're just Negroes."
Some satanic groups dispose of their victim by dismembering the body and cremating the remains, eliminating any possibilities for identification.
What about dental records? Who is involved? This really is a PowerPoint presentation, by the way. Who is involved?
Members of satanic and occult groups come from all walks of life. Many are highly intelligent individuals.
Okay. Are you scared yet?
That guy looks like
Eddie Munster.
That's what it is.
He's Eddie Munster. Michael A. Aquino, satanic leader, and Eddie Munster LARPer.
Michael A. Aquino, senior initiate and founder of the Temple of Set in San Francisco, is also a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army Reserve. He's received a top-secret security clearance to attend the National Defense University in Washington, D.C.
Tony Freeman?
Dor LaVey, founder...
What? This kind of look like him, doesn't it?
...of the Church of Satan, was once a circus lion tamer.
Working for Feld Entertainment as a circus lion tamer.
Every fucking LaVey Satanist I've ever met in my life tries to look exactly like this guy.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so gay.
It is super gay.
The gayest aesthetics of any group. You know what I mean? Like eco-fash guys at least have like skull masks, and they want to murder people who litter and throw so much as a soda can on the ground, and that's whatevs. But like the LaVey Satanists are like, we're going to wear like black and silver robes, and we're going to have very pointy goatees. You look like faggots. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to use magic magic is actually a real thing in this world, and if you
here we
learn
go.
magic, yeah, cool. Tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to punch you in the face.
And you do a spell to try to stop me. Let's see what
magic.
happens.
You see magic? Wham. Guess what? When I started my game, I decided to be a warrior class. So I'm going to punch you in the face.
Charismatic leaders, and many like them, seek out others who have a high degree of intelligence. Some cult leaders prey upon emotionally unstable people. Examples are Jim Jones of the Guyana Massacre and Charles Manson. With his Manson family, he created a
One of the worst Beach Boys songs ever written.
reign of terror and death. Unsuspecting young people are drawn to the occult because of various influences, including breakdown.
Okay, well, this is why they're drawn to breakdown of family unit, lack of closeness, negative lifestyle, self-centeredness, and me-oriented society. So literally being a teenager. Everything on this list is being a teenager.
Of the family unit, lack of closeness, negative lifestyles, self-centeredness, and a me-oriented society full of throwaway and latchkey kids. Adolescents are ripe for satanic or occult.
Look, it's young Eric Fernandez.
No.
Doesn't it look like him?
No.
It looks a lot like him.
I can't unsee it
With
now.
the peach fuzz mustache.
I can't fucking unsee that now.
Involvement because of their maturing nature and developing sexuality. They feel a need to belong to a
Mike, were you in a group like that? Be honest. Were you hanging out with a group like that? Just
That
drinking
was
the booze?
definitely like the older kids, though, like the generation of like
Of
probably
one-
my sister's
right,
friends.
right, the
That's
older-
all my sister's friends right
Just
there.
hanging out on their old Buick LeSabre.
Exactly.
peer group structure to be accepted or identified and stand out among their associates and friends.
Uh-oh.
Teenagers also tend to be impatient. They desire quick answers and the ability to cause instant changes. This eventually leads to rebellion against parental authority and social standards.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Some
Now, here we go, Mike. Now we're getting into the problem.
young people are attracted to the occult by seemingly harmless pleasures, such as games and music. They start by participating in fantasy role-playing games, like Dungeons and Dragons.
Now, these are some of the bands that are going to get you into the occult, Mike.
Well, obviously, you got to have Iron Maiden because they're,
Motley Crue.
I like that they chose, first of all, I just want to say, good choice in that you guys used the Seventh Son of a Seventh Son album cover, which
Yeah.
is not what I would have went with. And it's not what it's a lot of hack what people would have went with one of the more classic Iron Maiden albums. But you did, I commend you on that choice. Very good album. And then they used, the Motley Crue one, it's so foggy. But
It's very, yeah.
Clearly, these are all satanic.
Others are drawn into Satanism by heavy metal rock music. These heavy metal groups flaunt satanic symbols on their album covers and anti-Christian satanic messages in their music. Their songs promote the demonic themes of death, doom,
They do.
violence,
This is true.
and the rejection of morality and religion.
And Iron Men.
Heavy metal groups and solo artists such as Slayer, Ozzy Osbourne, Motley Crue, Venom, and AC/DC have sent
AC/DC.
No, when you hear
AC/DC.
they're the most satanic band in history. They're the most satanic band in history.
AC/DC. They dress up like little English schoolboys. What are you talking about?
No, they remember. Okay, well, you know the song "Shoot to Thrill."
Yes.
that song
Yeah.
was
No.
actually
You're
about.
lying. You're lying, and you haven't said it yet, and I know you're lying.
It was actually about an unsolved rape and murder of a young girl in Australia back when they were all school kids, and now people suspect is that they had details of the rape and the murder in the song that only the people that perpetrated it would have known. So the story goes is that AC/DC, when they were kids, they were all friends, and then they just raped and murdered this little girl, and then they said, look, we're going to go our separate ways, but when we get our like 20s and 30s, we're going to get back together, and we're going to rock so hard.
This sounds like the plot of Bully.
It's like the plot of Bully mixed with the Pick of Destiny.
Yes, exactly.
If we murder a classmate, we'll rock so hard.
Oh, fuck.
Sent heavy metal record sales skyrocketing.
Common traits and ritual practices. This is the next slide. The next slide's coming up.
Members of satanic or occult groups share common traits, such as an interest in old occultic forms of religion and worship.
You scared yet? That really happened.
None of this happened.
Yeah, look, here's what happened. They taught him the dragon shout.
So was
and after they taught him a dragon shout, he didn't know how to handle it and he died.
So was fake news just always fake news?
Always
We've always
like this.
have we just been full of shit since the founding
I
of this
think we've
country?
always been just like this, yeah. Ever since there was a printing press.
Desire to perform certain bizarre acts that society condemns.
Yeah, you know what? We invented the printing press, and the first thing I ever printed was a pro wrestling flyer. Come watch a man wrestle a bear!
Belief in the ability to control magic for personal gain. Mind control.
Mind
control. I'd like to know why this guy's stealing my bits.
Or the power to force others to...
Was he still at WWF?
He was still WWF there, yeah.
It was what? He went to WCW for like 2 shows.
Yeah.
In like 94, I think, and then they got rid of him.
Yeah.
Which is dumb because, man, he would have made it so much cooler.
To act out whatever is commanded of them.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, this is just a picture of when the movie The Crow came out. This is just a line for people to go see it.
To act out whatever is commanded of them. And the access to perform perverted sex acts.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Such as homosexuality, bisexuality, sodomy, bestiality, and necrophilia.
I'm sorry. I was actually talking about Jews. Wait, let me do the Satan. Oh, there's the Satan one. Sorry about that. Sorry, folks. Whoa, wow. The Satanists are way less. Hey, guys, you sure we shouldn't be making this video on this other group of people?
Sorry, I was just reading a list of things on this menu sent by an escort service up to Bill Maher's room. List of available services.
You just did the Johnny Carson Swami thing.
I don't want to cut people open, okay? I just want to smoke some pot and bang an Asian girl.
Not all satanic or Bubba Ray Dudley.
It really is.
Bubba Ray Dudley here hanging out.
Actually, it looks like it actually looks a little like Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy, okay, fair enough.
Engage in illegal activities. However, many do, and some of their criminal acts include trespassing, vandalism, burglary, animal mutilations, trafficking and selling of illegal drugs, kidnapping, physical, mental, and sexual child abuse, rape, and murder. All of these...
None of these things happened, though.
Mike, look at this picture, this Getty Images picture that they used. So you have this girl, they're wearing these cheap suits that they got at a Halloween store. You know this is a Halloween store.
Was this the picture of the last Nexium get-together? Shit was lit.
Look at his hand. He wrote hate with a pen on his hand. Look at that knife. It's hate.
Because you got to know how to hold them and know when to
fold them. You're right. You're right. And apparently these guys back here are in the clique.
It's too sweet. Are they Wolfpack?
They're Wolfpack, I think.
Acts are carried out in the name of safety.
In the back is just...
Therefore, the participants have no remorse after having committed them. The satanic philosophy...
John Oates was a big part of the satanic stuff, so yeah, this is him.
So is this why our whole generation grew up just thinking like the Illuminati satanic pedophile cults are everywhere?
Oh yeah, especially Mike. You went to...
you're like a baby and looking at this.
You went to Sunday school, right? And I went to Christian school my whole life. So this is the kind of stuff that I remember one of my teachers in Christian school reading a book, and he told me, ask me about a rock band, any rock band. And it was a book how explained how every rock band was connected to Satan. You're like, I'd name any band.
Yeah, no, I went to Christian school like full time.
Yeah,
like,
okay. So did I.
Yeah, that's like they fuck with your head, all kinds of shit. Yeah. And then, I got out of Christian school and I go to 7th grade and then I start hanging out with a bunch of losers, smoking weed and shit, and like listening to metal and then getting into conspiracy shit. So then it just fucks you all up.
A-Dub says it looks like Owen Benjamin in the hoodie.
It really does. Guys, I'm a wizard, literally a wizard.
Teaches that personal pleasure is the ultimate achievement.
It is.
Even at the expense of others.
It is. Satanic symbols and ritual holidays.
There are 4 different symbols which refer to the mark of the beast.
Oh, I remember. FFF is how you
444.
Oh, no, I thought FFF is when you that's how you manually make the whole thing black.
No, that's the color. You're thinking of the color palette thing.
Oh, okay.
It's a different thing. FFF is short for 444.
444.
Or Satan. 3 6s in a row. 3 6s facing inward of each other. 3 Fs in a row, F being the 6th letter of the alphabet. Also, 3 circles interlinked with each other. The sign of the horn.
666, the number of the beast,
is a hand signal given among members of the occult.
By the way, if you never listen to
Teenagers-
Iron Maiden, you're a fag.
Yeah, your
music's awesome. You can't
You're
even.
gay.
And
You're
by the way,
gay.
those guys are totally not. It's just funny
Of
how.
course
they're-
not.
You know, it's funny how it turned out after all these years. There's never been one controversy about the personal or public lives of Iron Maiden. And that's a band with 5 members.
Mm-hmm.
Never of them. Not even banging like a 19-year-old in their 40s like Dane Cook. Like nothing out of turn with these guys. They're just Iron Maiden. And they literally made some of the most sonically perfect music. And they were like, they're going to send these children to hell. And you're like, have you ever heard Can I Play With Madness? That song is awesome.
Who flock to heavy metal concerts flash this sign often.
They do. Uh-oh, Mike. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this. What is this?
Well, they
sign?
explain it pretty well, I think. Let's check it out.
The swastika or broken...
The swastika. As everyone knows, a swastika.
That you can slap onto anything like
yeah,
a decal.
it's a swastika, yeah.
The swastika or broken cross originally represented the 4 winds, 4 seasons, and the 4 points of the compass.
444 confirmed.
4444.
That's a bunch of 4s. Look at it. That's a bunch of 4s.
Well, we can't use the symbol, so we shouldn't get
You're
too
right.
excited.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not like, there's not like any way we can recycle it.
Well, we can call it the broken cross. That's what they call it.
Pinwheel of friendship.
Pinwheel of
People have done that.
Today, Satanists use it to symbolize the elements of nature turning against itself.
No, they don't.
To create a world out of harmony. The upside-down cross is a blaspheme of the Christian cross.
That looks like Kylo Ren's lightsaber. What the fuck are you talking about?
This symbol is often found at satanic ritual sites and at schools and churches which have been vandalized and desecrated. The Cross of Confusion is an ancient Roman symbol.
What?
Questioning the existence or validity of Christianity.
No. That means that Edward Nygma has a riddle for Bruce Wayne, you stupid idiot.
It is often seen on road signs and bridges, as well as public buildings. The inverted pentagram, also
There it
called the
is.
Baphomet, represents...
Oh, codeheads. 666.
1, man's denial of God and acceptance of Satan. The other, the goat's head, which symbolizes man's lust for the flesh.
There it is.
Sometimes you may see the goat's
Nick
head
does love his flesh, yo.
He does. He loves flesh.
superimposed within the pentagram. The hexagon, also referred to...
That looks awfully...
Wait a second.
Awfully familiar.
Hold on. That doesn't look... That looks like something
That
else.
looks really familiar to me. That
Really?
looks
What does it look like to you, Mike?
like a certain kind of star.
Is it the Triforce?
No, not quite the
Not
Triforce.
Okay.
Because one of them would have to be much smaller.
You're right. Good point.
It's like a certain star of a certain group of people who identify religiously but also ethnically. I'm having trouble thinking of him off the top of my head.
Got it.
Yeah.
They used to be these usually lawyers and stuff.
Doctors, lawyers, producers.
Got it. You're right.
Pedophiles.
You're right. It's weird. Okay, cool.
who, as the seal of Solomon, is frequently used by many young people in the occult world. A triangle may vary in size, but it is generally inscribed on the ground and is the place where a demon would appear in conjured rituals.
See, now I've been messing up because when I try to conjure demons, I've been using rectangles, and apparently it needs to be a triangle. So for your DIY Satanist at home, make sure it's a triangle.
The circle symbolizes eternity and protection from evil. Other symbols...
Oh, shit, son. There they are.
of Satan are
Again,
the
I'm
letters.
telling you. So back in the day, there was this girl. She was mutilated beyond recognition and fucked to death. And they believe that Angus Young had some role in it.
You
and
think
then they
so,
all were
really?
like, we'll make a deal with the devil. And then eventually, someday, we will be on the Iron Man soundtrack.
That's fair.
Not only be on it, we will be the Iron Man soundtrack.
Yeah, the whole soundtrack.
Which, God, that got really... Boy, did that gimmick get out quick.
Really
It's like,
fast.
all right, we get they're
get it.
not that good. I don't want to be at a fucking 3-movie-long AC/DC concert.
Yeah, play the 3 songs I know of them, and after that, I don't care.
Yeah, you couldn't get Motorhead or Metallica.
Motorhead was playing the game.
That's what it was. It's all about the game. And now you play it, and then you play the game, and then you play it, and all you do is play the game.
It's ACDC, which stand for Antichrist Devil Child.
That's what ACDC stands for, Antichrist Devil Child. Did you know that?
No, I thought it was in reference to electricity.
No. You
Hence-
said it wrong.
Hence the thunderbolts.
No, you're wrong.
Hence all the references to electricity.
You're
you know
wrong.
what it was? I just always thought AC/DC were some really like low IQ guys that were like all electricians but could fucking rock.
Right.
And just figured out how to rock. And they just didn't know any analogies outside of the
So
world
AC/DC.
of electricity. And then it's like, check out the new album featuring the love ballad, Baby My Batteries Are Low. And
220 volts.
and backup generator. All right, Jesus. Everything's a voltage analogy with you people.
Horns and tail added to any letter of the alphabet.
Any letter?
Lightning bolt indicating heaven to hell strength. And occult numbers 3, 6, 9,
Damn, you're fine.
and 13, which may also appear
but the
in
Powerball number's 13. See,
Yeah.
that's how they always fuck you.
That's how they get you, yeah.
Because, it's like, I got 3, 6, and 9. Now you fucking, but you got to have that 13 ball. What are the
Or you
odds
don't
of
get
that?
nothing, yeah.
So you fucking immediately kill any odds.
numeral form.
I am the sayer of the law.
What? Were you scared? What? It's devil. It's the devil. Worshippers.
This looks like the kind of guy that comes up to you at a bar in Florida and offers to let you fuck him and his wife.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
It's exactly
Yep.
that kind of guy. You want to hang out at the house? I got really good weed. Yes, so do I. And I don't have to fuck you or your gross wife.
Here come all that be new to
Someone said he looks like Rick Rude.
learn the law. Say the words. Learn the law.
It's like if
Satanists-
Rick Rude got AIDS instead of Freddie Mercury.
And occultists celebrate several rituals and ceremonies each year. You should remember these important dates because they will coincide
Ready
with
for these
numerous
important dates?
reports of abductions, missing persons, and ritual crime.
February 2nd just happened. Remember how many people got abducted February 2nd by Satanists? It was a whole bunch.
It was a lot. And don't forget, guys, 16 days away, March 20th. We're going to get a lot more.
On the spring equinox. Get ready.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to this terrible music. Oh, man. August 3rd is Satanic Revels. September 20th. Then we got October. Halloween, of course. December 22nd.
They get more holidays than the Jews.
Yeah. They've probably molested less children.
Still not as many as the Catholics, though.
No,
They
that's
still
they're
hold the
goat.
world record.
They're goat. That's goat right there.
Yeah, they're the untouchable to Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
of
you
it.
can't. Please give me a break. Fucking give me a break. Now, there's levels of satanic involvement because it is a pyramid scheme. That's why you saw so many triangles in the video.
To help determine if someone you know is drawn to Satanism,
Here we go.
review these levels of satanic involvement. The fun and games level may include conversations, ego boosts, and possibly some initial interest in the subject. This level also includes the fantasy role-playing games, which could lead into
cheap-ass fucking
Dude,
rock music.
everything about this.
the second level, referred to as the dabblers, a half-belief in Satanism or some serious interest. It is at this second level where warning signs of satanic
go.
behavior may be apparent.
There we go.
Such as a sudden, bitterly antagonistic attitude toward
Being a teenager. Yes. Just being a
So to
teenager.
say
you mean?
hormones.
Yeah.
It's
Going through puberty.
What teenager isn't a total piece of shit?
Exactly.
Isn't it creepy when you meet a teenager who's a good kid? Right? Like the ideal kid that's like involved in a local charity and they're valedictorian, and you're like, how'd you get your kid to do that? You fucking put an implant in their brain? Or?
Legal Latino, only 4 Satanists died on 9/11. It's a fact.
This is true.
Towards family and religion. A drastic decline in academic performance. A reclusive behavior pattern and listening exclusively to heavy metal rock music, almost to the point of addiction.
Like Motley Crue.
When one or more of these warning signs are evident, you should look for...
By the way, somebody said, or this morning, I can't take credit for it, but this is Styx, X, and Hammer's childhood bedroom.
Oh, so Styx, X, and Hammer's current bedroom?
Correct.
So, hey, guys, stop.
That's not nice.
Further, for ritual items such as a pentagram or other satanic symbols.
Somebody else said those are Crowder's parents. They open it up and find a mug.
The only thing this is doing is making me nostalgic for the late 80s, early 90s.
Dude, yeah, I know,
To be
right?
fair, that's all it's making me.
The worst I had to worry about were like 2 Satanists that existed.
Like,
It
I'm
was
watching
easy.
this and going, how great would it be if you could just go back in time and just 4 years from now would be Starcade 94?
Dude.
You know what I mean?
God. Oh, that'd be awesome.
All you have to do is sit out and ride out a bitchin' economy.
Yep.
Hang out. Government surplus.
Everything was great.
The weed sucked, though.
The weed was terrible.
The weed was terrible.
Black or red robes.
Also, they're apparently parents to Raphael, the famed Ninja Turtle.
A decorative dagger or knife. A chalice or goblet.
Who the fuck walking around with a chalice? Did you get a
T-Pain.
pimp?
T-Pain.
Yeah.
Black candles. A personal diary with a black cover, which is called a Book of Shadows.
What?
That sounds like something you get at the Final Thieves Guild mission in like a Elder Scrolls game. You'll get the Book of Shadows, and then you just, I don't know, we'll re-release this thing 500 times, I guess.
This Netflix Death Note remake looks terrible.
Yo, did you hear about the Elder Scrolls thing, by the way?
No, what?
They accidentally may have revealed where their next game's going to be.
Where?
I guess wherever the Red Guards are at.
Oh, no, Detroit.
These idiots tried to quietly go after this sci-fi author who wrote a book called Redfall. And he's had his book out he's some nobody, but he came up with that idea and he published his books, and they're called the Redfall series. So Bethesda just
But
tried
what's
to,
it about? Is it about Skyrim or?
No, it's some sci-fi book.
Okay, got it.
Completely unrelated. And Bethesda hired some lawyers and tried to bully this guy, and they're like, yeah, you don't own Red, that's ours now. And he's like, well, fuck, you didn't. And he took him to court. He's fighting him in court. So
Good.
now the new Elder Scrolls are saying might get pushed back like even further because now they're going to have to battle in court over
Oh,
his
my
trademark.
God.
But it's like, they literally were like, Hammerfell, thank you. But yeah, they were supposed to be called Redfall. And Bethesda's like, yeah, you want to go? And the guy's like, yeah, let's go to court. And now they're like, what is this, man? Yeah.
Just change the
Trying to
name.
bully this guy, and the guy's like, I love stubborn old people. He's probably so old guy that's like, no, I wrote 6 Redfall books, and they were read by upwards of dozens of people, and you will not steal my intellectual property. And now they're just ruining Bethesda's
They're going to have to buy him out.
I know.
They're going to pay him off.
Good. Take as much as you can out of these fucks.
And copies of publications, such as the Satanic Bible and the Satanic Rituals, and possibly a small makeshift altar. If you discover items such as these, experts
That's just where the incense goes. So when you smoke a fucking pot, you don't want your parents to hear.
Exactly.
You know what? You went to school all day and you managed to make good grades and you actually did everything your parents asked, did your chores, and now you're in your room and all you want to do is maybe smoke a little pot and listen to an Iron Maiden album. But no, they got to fucking ruin every aspect of your life. So maybe you just want to be left alone. You cover the smell up. You go like, God, this is great. Remember when you get the fucking expensive? Remember you get for Christmas your crazy headphones?
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
you'd rock when you're like, all right, I'm just gonna get stoned and watch some shit.
advise you contact your local law enforcement agency at once.
No turning back now. Here we are.
Joining a satanic or occult group will, in time, lead into the no turning back stage, usually involving criminal activities.
Uh-oh.
People at this level believe that violent or criminal action is necessary to achieve their goals and are prone to violent crime. These highly destructive Satanists make families their primary targets. They believe that the breakdown of the family unit will guarantee the destruction of goodness, morality, and civilization.
Are we sure we're not talking about Jewish people? Because it sure sounds a lot like that.
Sounds kind of like Jewish people.
And that is when the nightmare begins for decent people everywhere.
Oh, no, there's another body.
For some, the nightmare is over. They are the victims of satanic crime. Overcoming this evil begins with every family. Parents must provide attention and love, protecting their children from
Is that Jose Canseco?
corrupt influences, keeping the lines of communication open, and insisting on proper education. When this is accomplished, you can be confident that children will grow into happy, well-adjusted, and productive citizens, free from satanic...
But is this the same guy they had in the fucking... That mustache looks familiar. Is this the same dude they had in the robe? They just had 5 people they could use?
Dude! No, I think honestly, though, like 1990, I think, was the last year of where like people still thought it was the 70s.
Yeah.
Like, they still had that terrible mustache.
Well, folks, again, be careful with satanic cults, as we know upwards of 60,000 people. Now we're in 2019. The numbers must have tripled. What do you think, like hundreds of thousands of people have been taken up by satanic cults?
It's pretty damning.
It is. And this,
it's pretty damning, and it's only gotten worse, guys. Did you know there was only 60,000 back then? Imagine how much worse it is now.
Yeah, do the math.
Yeah.
And by
it's up to 6 million, I would estimate.
Dennis
Is that a good number?
Dennis made this for us. So I hope everybody's happy.
These just keep happening.
These just keep happening. I hope everybody's happy. All right, let's. It's really good. The fucking pentagram behind us. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Wow, this is too long. We're gonna have to get to that one tomorrow. We're gonna have to get to that. There's a really good one, but that one's gonna take a while. So
oh boy, we got a good one.
Yeah, so we'll just do something else for right now, because we're coming up toward the end of the show. So we'll save that one for tomorrow. We have a new attack. This is NBC New York.
Well, police say an 81-year-old man wearing a Make America Great Again hat was jumped in a grocery store and beaten. News 4's Michael George is in Franklin Township, New Jersey, with what we know about the attacker.
Police say an 81-year-old man was beaten in the aisles of this Somerset grocery store. He claims because he's a Trump supporter.
I think that's very disgusting. The person that attacked him is a coward.
It's definitely taking it too far. It's just getting, pretty tense all over. But
the incident happened Monday afternoon. Investigators say the 81-year-old was just shopping when someone confronted him over what he was...
It was Crowder. Bombanano now!
Excuse me, sir, how would you know where the frozen... Why are you wearing that hat? Somebody was trying to beat up Crowder, actually.
Oh, no, we have a new donation, Mike. We have a new donation.
Why'd you say, oh, no?
Because not to be outdone, Filipino Shay, $100.01.
Jesus Christ.
There you go, Cabo. Gotta pump those numbers up.
Wow. This is the weirdest bidding war I've ever seen. Nobody gets anything.
Well, we do.
Well, yeah, but they don't.
They don't get anything.
They don't get anything.
You guys are the best, though. Seriously.
Thank you,
Thank you so much. Seriously.
Was wearing a Make America Great Again hat. Then they say the suspect assaulted the elderly victim.
Kind of speechless. I'm really, it's upsetting that things are happening like this to innocent people who are just out minding their business. Whatever you're wearing, it's your decisions.
The 81-year-old's injuries were minor. He declined medical treatment. But police are now trying to identify the attacker.
So now, what do you say with this? So we already had a MAGA hat thing. This is an 81-year-old who didn't film. By the way, he didn't film himself getting beat up, but enough people saw it that the police were involved. This is what I was saying the other day when we were talking about the hat thing. This is what I'm worried about. I'm worried about my grandfather who wears one, I'm worried about that kind of shit.
I don't know why people got to be beating up on old people.
And checking to see if the alleged assault was caught on surveillance cameras. With political division high across the country, one thing people on all sides of the political spectrum can agree on,
Orange man, bad.
Violence is
Yeah,
never
this is,
okay.
No, but this is clearly Trump's fault, and I think we
It
can all
is.
agree there that it's Trump's rhetoric.
It is.
Which is why this old man has now been beaten up.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think it's just a terrible thing. Everybody has
Oh, you're in the Coast Guard. Calm down.
equal opportunity. People have the right to believe in what they want to believe. It's that simple.
Could be anybody, you know. So yeah, I hope they catch them.
Make sure you get a black guy and then a white guy. We have to make sure when we interview people, we have all different kinds.
I think that's a chick.
Person.
So
Really?
That's a chick. That's a black lady.
You sure that's not Lawrence Fishburne?
That's a woman.
You sure that's not Lawrence Fishburne?
That's not a man.
The person.
So far, authorities haven't released any description of the suspect. They're asking anyone with information to contact the Somerset County Prosecutor's Office or Franklin Township Police. In Somerset, Michael George.
Well, that's the story. Andrew just donated $100.02, and he wrote, "Your move."
Jesus, thank you,
guys.
guys.
Man.
Guys,
come on, you're the best.
I still have little kids tagging me in the Orlando police.
For what?
FBI, because I threatened.
How did you threaten him?
By saying I'll make him pay.
How is that?
People have lost their minds on the internet. I don't know. Like, I don't want to be on the internet anymore. Can we do this show and not be on the internet?
I don't think that would be a stage show. You want to travel town to town and do a
Can we
stage
just
show?
do bar gigs? Yeah, I don't want to do it. Like, these people are fucking complete faggots. All of them. He's threatening Paul Danino's life.
How?
Because they're just retards.
All right, one more quick thing before we head out. John Wayne, the actor John Wayne, revealed as a white supremacist in unearthed 1971 Playboy interview. This, of course, everybody should know. One of the greatest TV cowboys of all time, John Wayne. A nearly 50-year-old Playboy interview with John Wayne has unearthed gross and shocking details about the legendary actor, including that he supports white supremacy and homophobia. All right, kids, it's time to learn an important fact about Hollywood John Wayne. The beloved star of Golden Age westerns like How the West Was Won and True Grit was unapologetically for white supremacy. No, really, he's admitted it. A new generation is learning his unsavory fact after a 1971 interview with Playboy started making the rounds on Twitter. In it, he definitely says he's a white supremacist. Just read a few excerpts from the interview with Playboy contributing editor Richard Lewis. You can read the full. Okay. Playboy asked Wayne, civil rights activist Angela Davis claims that some who would revoke her teaching credentials on ideological grounds are actually discriminating against her because she's black. Do you think there's any truth to this? This is John Wayne's response. With a lot of blacks, oh boy, with a lot of blacks, we're starting good so far.
So the black,
with a black teacher, with a lot of blacks, there's quite a bit of resentment along with their dissent, and possibly rightfully so, Wayne says. But we can't all of a sudden get down on our knees and turn everything over to the leadership of the blacks. I believe in white supremacy until the blacks are educated to a point of responsibility. I don't believe in giving authority and positions of leadership and judgment to irresponsible people.
Yeah, this was from
Playboy.
Yeah, back in the day.
71.
Yeah.
Playboy shoots back, asking him how he's qualified to judge which blacks are irresponsible and which of their leaderships are having eyeballs. It's not a judgment, Wayne says. The academic community has developed certain tests that determine whether the blacks are sufficiently equipped scholastically.
See, I never heard this whole. I've read the abridged quote, which was that the blacks need to be brought up to speed and be learn to take care of themselves. And I was like, Jesus, John, you used to be able to just say whatever you wanted back then. Based John Wayne.
But some blacks have tried to force the issue and enter college when they haven't passed the test and don't have the requisite background. He goes on to say that as for Hollywood, he gave blacks their proper position in 2 films he directed. I had a black slave in The Alamo, and I had the correct number of blacks in The Green Berets. If it's supposed to be a black character, naturally I use a black actor. I think the Hollywood studios are carrying their tokenism a little too far. Foreshadowing. But wait, there's more. Wayne also expressed extremely homophobic views in his interview, specifically about the 1969 movie Midnight Cowboy. Playboy asked Wayne which movies he considers perverted. He responds, "Oh, Easy." He goes, "Oh, Easy Rider and Midnight Cowboy. that kind of thing. Wouldn't you say that The Wonderful Love of Those Two Men and Midnight Cowboy, a story about two fags, qualifies? He goes on to say that any movie that features sex between a man and a woman is okay by him. I kind of like John Wayne.
Based
Wayne, baby.
What was it? The Duke?
Yeah, it was the
It's
Duke.
the based Duke.
And the original True Grit, that was him as well. All right, Mike, we've come to the end of the show today.
The conclusion of the program.
Yes. Thank you to everybody that donated, by the way. You guys are great. We do appreciate it. There will be a Nightwave tonight, I am assuming.
Oh, man, I have to. Got to enjoy the platforms while we have them.
Yeah. So thank you to everybody that donated. Big shout out to, of course, Cabby, Filipino, Shane, Andrew, giving the big bucks today. We don't deserve you guys, but thank you. Daywave tomorrow, youtube.com/Daywave Live at 10 a.m. So I'll be there having some fun with you guys. And, of course, subscribe to ROTC Media for the live show. But the replay will be going up on our main channel. So thank you, everybody, for listening. And we'll be back in less than 24 hours. Revenge of the Sis.